Hi everyone, it's Debbie, and I'm so happy that you're here today. It is Sunday, the 18th of May. Where's the time going? I am changing things out for us, and I have been led to do this. And so, a big change is that I am still available for angel card readings on a personal level, but I am going to be doing Sunday chats with you and hopefully bringing in some encouragement for you and some reminders of how amazing you are. And this has just been something that God, my angels and guides have been prompting me to do. And it's like, no, 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 everybody likes angel. I don't want change. I like how things are. But in life, we're always challenged to do more sometimes. And it's okay to change things out. And so that's what we're doing. But the first thing we're going to do is to take a breath and let it out. I need it for me too. Let's take another breath in and let it out. Hands to heart. And let's say our prayer together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And so, welcome to those of you that don't know me. My name is Debbie Andrews. I'm a spiritual guide, energy worker in Brainerd, Minnesota, and I've been doing this kind of thing since 1990. So, maybe longer than some of you been born before you were born. So, today is something new, okay? It's something simple and it's powerful. It's remembering how awesome that you are, not just in a loud and showy kind of way, but in a real quiet truth of who you are. Just by being you, not in a flashy way, but in a grounded, soul deep knowing. And when I was coming up with a topic, it was I looked down at the socks I was wearing, and I'll post a picture. I'm taking my sock off now, but my sock was reminding me that I'm awesome, and it was like click. This needs to be the very first of this new series of Sunday chats. Is reminding us all of how awesome that we are. So let's do some grounding, okay? Let's begin by getting still. Just for a moment, close your eyes if you're more comfortable. Close your eyes. I'll still be here. Listen to my voice. Place your hand over your heart. Take a slow breath in and let it go. Another slow breath in and let it go. Feel your feet grounded to the earth. Feel your heart beating. Now, silently or out loud, say to yourself, I am here. I am enough. One more time. I am here. I am enough. Take one more deep breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, in the deepest part of ourselves, our wise women selves, our amazing souls, this is our truth, okay? You are here and you are enough. And so there's a couple of affirmations, and I'm going to be, and I really encourage you to journal if you can and if you want to. To me, it's just such a powerful tool to use. Today's affirmation is, I am awesome. And it's saying it, yes, powerful, but the most powerful thing is believing it. I am awesome. And even if your mind doesn't fully believe it yet, your soul does. Okay, let's say it again, in this time with feeling in your body. I am awesome. Okay, feel it in your body. And so, like I said, with journaling, I think it's so important. And here are a couple of questions. And I'm going to put this in a PDF format, and I'll get it done this week so that you can copy it and maybe print it, add it to your journal so that you can keep track and do some reflections and see how things unfold as we go on with this. One of the questions, and just sit with this for just a second or two here, is when have I truly felt my own awesomeness? What was happening and how did it feel? Do you have a time in your life where you just felt it? It might have been when you were just little, or it might have been just this past week. There's been a time, I hope, that you can really recognize that experience and hold on to it. Okay, that's a question for your journal. And then add what sometimes keeps me from remembering that truth. And I think for some of us, it's a quicker answer to that question than it is to the first question of when have I felt my own awesomeness. Sometimes we have had a hard time, and no matter what age we are, I'm going to be 70 years old next month. I'm claiming it. It's been a journey, and there's been a lot of lows and there's been a lot of highs, and I think it's important that we recognize and claim that part of who we are. And so one of my stories that I'll share with you was I had just gotten through my divorce, and it had been years of struggle and getting through it all. And at the time, I had decided and ran for city council. My former husband was on the council, and then when we got divorced and he moved out of state, there was an open spot, and I had been doing a lot of the connections and phone calls and things like that. So they wanted to appoint me, and I said no. I let people, if they want me, they can vote me in. And so that's what happened. I got voted in. And in that really hard time in my life, and the desire to be totally isolated, and because our story was so public and it had gone out and impacted myself and all of us and our kids in a really negative way, and my husband is gay, and it was a real process for all of us to go through. So in coming into this position, it made me not be able to go into a cocoon of isolation and self-pity. It made me come out of my shell and be on boards and be volunteering and be a voice for the people in my ward. And I know when I was getting through it, I looked like crap. I just hadn't been eating, hadn't been doing a lot of the positive self-care things. And I had then decided to claim my life back. And I remember being in the city administrator's office going through some questions, and I just needed more things that I needed clarification on. And he he just sat back and he goes, "Wow, you look good." And it was amazing what that did for me as far as finally accepting that I looked good, and it clicked with that deep part of my flame that was so small and so just kind of wickering out, and it started to get brighter. And it was just an acknowledgement from somebody that was just, not in my close circle, but a working relationship, just recognizing the change that I was starting to become in being a single, independent mom, business owner, councilwoman. And so it was accepting that little bit of awesomeness and somebody recognizing it and saying it to me. And that's so important for us to use our words to build up people, because we never know what a word or a sentence or the energy that we say something or a look can be so powerful. And so in that moment, it was such an affirmation for me, and I was able to acknowledge some of my awesomeness. And it felt good, and it helped me in growing into more of who I am. So that's a little bit of my sharing. And so down below with our Facebook page, if you want to share a little story of something that clicked for you, that it was a really moment for you, or maybe it was a gradual awareness for you in recognizing your awesomeness, it'd be great to share. And I think we're all a circle of love and support for each other. And in our sharing, we become the teachers sometimes. And those that are reading become the students. And we're learning from each other because we're all so wise and we all have so many beautiful gifts to share. And so that is something, if you want to, be brave. I'm brave. I'm doing all this new stuff and I'm taking you along. And if you're coming along, I'm really grateful for that. And so, okay, we're going to do a closing and a blessing here. Okay. And before I do this closing, I just want you to know, if you want a session with me, you text my phone number. I don't pick up on my rings. I message with texting is the best way to get a hold of me, and I'll have that listed in my post, and you can get a hold of me. And I'm here for you. I'm here for energy work. I'm here for angel card readings. I'm here for guidance. I'm here for you. Okay? And thank you for being you and being here with all of us together. All right. So close your eyes once more for this little blessing. Take a breath. Let it out. Imagine a soft golden light gently wrapping around you. This light holds all the truth of who you are, your courage, your compassion, your wisdom, your joy. Feel it gently reminding you, you are awesome. You always have been. Take that with you today and let it guide your steps. And we will continue to let our blessings unfold. Take a breath. Let it out. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon. Let me know what you think. We're doing a change. Life is change. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Bye for now.